Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from all of us coming here to learn the language of the noble Quran. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us sadqa jariyah for our parents and make our children sadqa jariyah for us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us tawfiq to learn the language of the noble Quran and then teach others. Ameen ya Rabb. I welcome you, my respected sisters, to today's class. I hope everybody is doing well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase you in knowledge. Ameen ya Rabb. So before we start the class, please let me know in the feedback chat window if the audio is clear. So we'll start the class, inshallah. Barakallahu feek. Alhamdulillah. So today, inshallah, we will mainly learn one concept, right? It's very important, but I hope you'll enjoy and you will benefit from it, inshallah. So, damair, pronouns. I hope we all know what is pronouns. Damair or pronouns are those words which are used in the place of names and could be referred to as speaker, like first person, second person, and third person. Speaker is called mutakallim, second person is called hadir, and third person is called ghaib. But don't worry about the Arabic terminology. We at this moment, it's okay, we will do it in English. So we know first person is the person who is speaking. Second person is the person who is listening to the speaker. And the third person is the person who is not present. So when you say I, we, this is first person. When I'm speaking to you and I say you, then you are second person. And if I say he or she or they, so that is third person. So what is pronoun? Once again, speaking about someone without repeating their names. So for example, if you have a sentence, a paragraph, Muhammad is a doctor. You can say Muhammad is a doctor, Muhammad is very intelligent, Muhammad is very pious. Or if you have mentioned the name of the person once, then you use pronouns. So you are not repeating the name again and again. Muhammad is a doctor. Huwa Muhammadun tabibun, huwa aqilun, huwa salih. So you're not repeating Muhammad every time. You're using the pronoun huwa, as in English you have used, he is very intelligent or he is very pious. Second example, Fatima is a doctor. Fatima is very intelligent. Fatima is very pious. Or you could say Fatima is a doctor. She is very intelligent. She is very pious. Fatima tu tabibatun. Fatima tu aqilatun. Fatima tu salihatun. You see, it's a repetition. So Fatima tu tabibatun hiya aqilatun. Hiya salihatun. So use pronoun instead of names, right? I hope it is clear. Pronouns in Arabic language are of two types. One of the division is of two types, detached pronoun and attached pronoun. What do we mean by that? So the pronouns, detached pronouns, you already know these pronouns. We have already seen that in the class before, and you have hopefully memorized them as well. So what are they? They are huwa, hiya, anta, anti, ana. Huwa means he, hiya means she, anta means you, one male. Anti is used for female who is present in front of you. Anti, right? This ta has got a kasra for if you're speaking to female and you're saying you. But if you're speaking to a brother and you're saying anta, then you will say ta with the fatha. Anta tabibatun. Anta tabibun, sorry, you are a doctor. Anti tabibatun, you are a female doctor. Ana tabibun, I am a doctor. So all of these pronouns we already know, right? And we have seen these pronouns coming and sitting in the chair of mubtada. Huwa tabibun, huwa is mubtada, tabibun is the khabar, right? Hiya talibatun, hiya is mubtada and talibatun is the khabar. So we know, alhamdulillah, all of that. We'll see one other type of pronoun today, which is called attached pronoun. So why do we need it? So for example, if I want to say something about this book and I want to say his book, how can I say? Can I say huwa and then I say kitabun? If I say huwa kitabun, it would mean he is a book. Is that what we are trying to say? No, we are trying to say his book. So there's a difference between he and his. For he, we use huwa tabibun, but we can't say huwa kitabun. It would mean he is a book. Whereas we want to say his book. So how will we say that? His will be said by using this pronoun, the pronoun who, and this is an attached pronoun. This category of pronouns, as the name suggests, attached pronoun, they cannot come on their own. They cannot stand alone. They need some word where they can live, right, where they can rest. So we use these pronouns to get this kind of meaning. So how will we say kitabuhu? His book. So with the kitab, we have connected. Attached means is connected, written along with, written, joined with the letter. Kitabu is joined. Whereas this pronoun huwa, hiya, anta, anti, and you see they are not joined. They are written on their own. You don't need to write them with another word. They can stand on its own. But these pronouns, you can't write kitab and then who separate. You join them both. This is why they are called attached pronouns. So if you want to say his book, you will not say huwa kitabun, you will say kitabuhu. So you will not use detached pronoun huwa, rather you will use the pronoun which is equivalent to huwa, but it is attached pronoun. So the meaning is his. Third person masculine you are talking about. You say he, you are talking about third person, isn't it? Third person and masculine. And this who also means third person and masculine, but this is to show the connection and the possession, right? Kitabu, who, his book. If I want to say her book, can, and what is her? She. He means, hiya means she. Can I say hiya kitabu? I say hiya kitabun would mean she is a book. This is wrong. We are not saying she is a book. We want to say her book. So what is the word? What is the pronoun we use for her? Ha. We will use this ha. What we'll do, we will write it, attach it with, join it with the word kitab. Kitabu ha. Now it means her book. Kitabu ha, her book. I hope everybody is getting that. Likewise, if I want to say your book, can I say anta kitabun? Somebody may say anta means you, so I'll say anta kitabun. If you say anta kitabun, it would mean you are a book. This is wrong. You want to say your book. So what is the pronoun for your? For your, you use this letter kaf and join with the book kitabuka, your book. You see one beautiful thing, sisters, we have discussed this before as well. Subhanallah, Arabic is so rich language. It is so comprehensive. Small quantity of Arabic letters will give you what much larger meanings. For that words to be translated into another language, you need to write a lot. See, for example, ka is just one letter. In English, you needed 4 letters, Y-O-U-R, to express the meaning, your. In Arabic, you simply say kaf with the fatha, ka, and it means your. Now, if I'm talking to a sister and I'm saying your book, how will I say? Can I say anti kitabun? Anti, we know meaning you for female, but if we say anti kitabun, it will mean you, one female, are a book. This is wrong. We want to say your book. So we will use the pronoun which is used for your. Kitabiki. Kitabuki should be kitabuki, not be kitabuki. And then ya. Ya is for ana, mutakallim, right? If I want to say my book, like kitabi, my book, can I say ana kitabun? Ana kitabun would mean I am a book. This is correct. Incorrect. I don't want to say I am a book. I want to say my book. If I say ana kitabun, the transition will be I am a book. Whereas I don't want that. I want my book. How will I say my book? By simply adding this ya, which means my. So these are attached pronouns, right? When you want to attach with something, when you want to create a possession, belonging, then you use these pronouns. Why are these pronouns used? There are other reasons as well, but those are a little advanced. Inshallah, we'll do that in future lessons. But I hope you are clear. The main crux for you to understand is just one thing, that the pronouns are of 2 types, detached and attached pronoun. Detached pronoun, you have seen some of the detached pronoun. There are more, but you have seen some of them. And attached pronouns, some of the attached pronouns are here. And as you can see, why they are called attached, they are called attached because they are written with the word. They are connected with the word. So I hope you are clear with that detached and attached pronoun, that what is the reason and how does it look like. So type of the pronouns are two: detached pronoun and attached pronoun. If you did not understand anything, and if you just understood that the pronouns are of two types, detached pronoun and attached pronoun, this is fine. This is the first time you're coming across this concept. In time, inshallah, you will become very, very strong. So huwa, equivalent of huwa is who. Hiya, equivalent of hiya in the attached pronoun is ha. Anta is detached. What is the equivalent of anta? Ka. Ka with the fatha. Anti means you, one female. What's the equivalent of attached pronoun for anti? You, ki. Ana is a detached pronoun. What is the equivalent of ana if you want to use it as an attached pronoun? Is this ya. Now, it's not your choice that you use this attached pronoun or detached pronoun. There are rules where are you going to use which one, right? These pronouns are used when you are attaching them to the word. You cannot use this pronoun here. As we said before, we've seen before, we can't say ana kitabun. That is going to be a wrong meaning. And you can't say kitabun ana. That is also wrong. You can't think, you know what, instead of this ya attaching there, let me just write ana. You can't say kitabun ana, kitabun anti, kitabun anta, kitabun hiya, kitabun huwa. This is wrong, right? To get this meaning, his book, her book, your book, my book, you have to use these attached pronouns. And you will find in the Quran these examples coming many, many times. So what is the equivalent of huwa is who, meaning his. Kitabun, and you add who, it became kitabuhu. Here, equivalent of here is ha, means her. So if you want to use the meaning she, you will use here. But if you want the word to give you the meaning of her, you will use ha. So kitabun plus ha will become kitabuha, meaning her book. Anta. Anta means you, one female. But what is the equivalent of anta? Ka. Ka. Damir ka, pronoun ka. So if you want to say your book, you can't say anta. You have to say this pronoun, kitabu ka. And this pronoun is always attached with the word. Kitabu ka means your book, your one male's book. Ana. Ana means I am. But if you say my book, my pen, my house, you will use this ya. You will not use ana. You cannot use ana because ana is a detached pronoun. It is used in different places. But if you want to use it with as your possession, as your belonging, you will use this ya. So kitabun plus ya will become kitabi, my book, my book. Likewise, if you have qalamun, pen, if I want to say his pen, I will say qalamu. Baitun, I will say baituhu, right? Maktabun, I will say maktabuhu. Maktabi, maktabuka, maktabuha. Baiti, baituha, baituka. Your book, my book. Your house, my house. His house, her house. I hope you got that, sisters, right? One interesting thing I hope you have identified and observed up to this point is that when you attach this pronoun with the noun, what is the result? Result is you get mudaf, mudaf ilayh, isn't it? So let's say you change this who and say we were talking about Bilal. Bilal is a good man, or Bilal is a good student. He's very punctual. This is his book. What is this? If I say book of Bilal or Bilal's book, what's the meaning of Bilal's book? The book which belongs to Bilal. Is this mudaf ilayh or mudaf ilayh or not? Book of Bilal in Arabic, Kitabu Bilal. But if I have already mentioned the name of the Bilal, now I don't want to repeat his name, so I will use pronoun instead. So I will say Kitabuhu. Who means his. Now I'm talking about Bilal, Kitabu. So what is Kitab? Kitab is mudaf and who is mudaf ilayh. If I was talking about Aisha, what will I say? Kitabuha, her book. If I was talking to you, I can say Kitabuka. So what is Kitab here doing? Kitab is mudaf, and all of these damair, who, ha, ka, ya, any of these pronouns, this is coming in the place of mudaf ilayh. If I say my book, kitab is mudaf, and this ul mutakallim, it is called ya of the speaker. This is mudaf ilayh. So if I say my house, is what? My house belongs to me. His house, it belongs to him. Baytu Biladin, Qalamu Zaydin, right? Qalamu Zaydin, Qalamuhu. Baytu Zaydin, Baytuhu. And this is, if I want to say about my book, I say Kitabi, my house, Bayti, my pen, Qalami. So we got one thing, one understanding here, that when these attached pronouns are joined with the noun, the combination is called mudaf, mudaf ilayh, because it is a simple case of possession, sisters, isn't it? Kitabuhu, his book. Now you may ask one question. I understand kitabuhu, kitab is mudaf, and who is mudaf ilayh, but you always said that mudaf ilayh is always majroor. For example, kitabu Muhammadin, baytu Zaydin, qalamu Yasirin, Yasirin, Muhammadin, Bilalin, Zaydin, all of this is majroor. But I see here dhamma. Why? Because these damair are mabni. These are fixed. Like our brother Zaid, wherever he goes, he just have got one pair of clothes. To the work, to the play, to the party, to the bed, everywhere he goes, he just have one pair of clothes. So his attire, his appearance will never change. So we have seen that before, and we've studied that in our bite-sized video too, and other videos after that in the class, that all these damair are fixed, hence they will not show the kasra because they are mabni, they cannot change. But if you have to analyze them, you will say kitab is mudaf and this who is mudaf ilayh. Right? What will be the detail thereof? We'll do that in future lesson, inshallah. For now, it's just the first time. So understand this kitab is mudaf and this who is mudaf ilayh. Though it is not showing majroor, but we know it is mudaf ilayh because it is sitting in the chair of mudaf ilayh. Right? Kitabu Bilalin. What kind of word is kitab? Kitab is the chair of mudaf. And Bilalin is the chair of mudaf ilayh. These two chairs are together, right? Kitabu Bilalin. Qalamu Zaydin. Qalam is the chair of mudaf and Zaid is the chair of mudaf ilayh. But now I changed them. I changed the name. I don't want to use the name. Instead, I put the pronouns in place of them. Pronouns represent the actual person. We have seen that before in the beginning of the lesson. Muhammadun huwa aqilun, right? Huwa shahirun, huwa mujtahidun. We use term huwa, or in English, he. Muhammad is a doctor. He is very famous. He is very hardworking. He is very pious. So we're using he. So this he, the pronoun, basically it's representing Muhammad. Instead of name, we are using pronouns. So here as well, instead of saying kitabu Bilalin, we are saying kitabuhu. I hope it is clear, sisters. As we can see in the Quran, in this surah, look, A'tainaka. Look what's the translation. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. Ka, atayna. Atayna is a verb. We will deal with the verb, inshallah, in future lessons. This ka means you. We have granted you. Granting is the verb, and you, this ka is representing you. What is the role of ka? We will discuss that, inshallah, in future lessons. Right now, we're just looking at these pronouns and looking to the translation to make sure that our understanding is correct, because what is in the Quran is the most correct thing, is the correct thing. Everything is being taken from the Quran. The lugha, the language is from Quran, right? Lirabbika, lirabbika, your Lord, mudaf, mudaf, isn't it? Your Lord. Shani aka, hates you. So this ka is also representing ka of anta, you, O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? So now if we can open our textbook, it's chapter number 10, and let's quickly go through the lesson. Today's lesson is easy. It's a little bit lengthy. So I'll try to do it as quick as possible. So please bear with me, sisters. As far as the concept is concerned, you got the concept. Now it's just the repetition of the pronoun will be occurring, and that will inshallah make us very, very strong. So this is Ad-Darsul Ashir. This is the dialogue between Hamid and Muhammad. So Hamid is asking Muhammad, Man anta? Who are you? We know the meaning of man is who, and anta means you. So what kind of pronoun is anta, sisters? Who can tell me? Is it a detached pronoun or attached pronoun? If you think it's a detached pronoun, press 1. If you think it's attached pronoun, press 2, please. 1 if anta is detached, 2 if anta is attached. Very simple. You don't need to even think about it, because attached means it should be written connected with the word. It's not connected with the word. End of the story. So this is detached pronoun. Mananta, who are you? Muhammad saying, Ana talibun bil jamiat. I am a student at the university. B. What is this B? This is something a little bit new. What is this B? This is a harf jar. We have studied fi, ala, min, ila, and li. Today we are looking at the new harf jar. This is called B. What's the meaning of B? B could mean in or at, or it could also mean with, depending on how are you using. If I say katabtu bil qalami, I wrote with the pen. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So with that B used in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, meaning is with. But if I say ana talibun bil jami'ati, I am student at the university, right? You may say in the university. When it comes to the translation, sisters, it depends. If you're translating into French, you will go according to the rules of French language. If you are translating into German, you have obviously, we will be using these language structure of German. We are learning Arabic here. We are using English as a side tool to understand. So I hope you don't focus too much on the transition and start asking, oh, why is like this and why is like that? Because remember, we're here to learn Arabic. English is just used as a tool, nothing else. So ana talibun bil jamiat, I am a student at the university. I have one question, sisters. I did not plan to ask this question, but I think I should ask this question because you are coming to the end of level 1 now. Soon you will be having your exam coming, so this is something you should know. What kind of sentence is that? This is a noun sentence because ana, we know it's a definite noun and it's a noun. Ana is coming in the beginning of the sentence. Ana is what? Ana is mubtada. Talibun is the khabar. What is bil jamiati doing? Ana is mubtada, talibun is khabar, harf jar, ba is harf jar, al jamiati is ism majroor. Together they will be called shibhul jumla. Phrase. You will just say it is phrase. You will not say it is a phrase khabar. Let me just jump the gun here. If I say ana min al hindi, this one, what is ana? Ana is a mubtada, right? Like this one. Where is the khabar? Can I say min is the khabar? No. Khabar, if it's a one word, it must be marfu. If I say ana and min is the khabar and al hind is something else, then min must be marfu. It is not the case. So I know ana is the mubtada and min al hindi is the khabar. How? Ana is a mubtada. Let's analyze one thing at a time. Ana is mubtada. Min, I don't know what role it is playing. Okay, but what type of word is that? It's harf jar. Okay, khalas harf jar. Okay, what's coming after that? Obviously, after harf jar, there will always be a noun which is majroor, and that will be called ism majroor. So min al hindi. What is min al hindi means? From India. From India. Does it make any sense? No, what from India? You from India, I'm from India, this car is from India, this house is from India, what's from India? So now we know this is the phrase. And when we look back again, we realize ana is a mubtada. Ana is sitting in the chair of mubtada. The chair of the khabar is free, empty. There's no word which is a single word which is marfu, and these two words are available in the sentence. It means minal hindi is a phrase khabar, and we will let this minal hindi sit on the chair of the khabar. The only thing I'm trying to say here is when you will analyze, you will say ana is mubtada. Minal hindi, you will say minal hindi is phrase khabar. You will use the word phrase and you will use the word khabar, both words together. In English, I'm not talking about how will you say in Arabic, that inshallah in future. Minal Hindi is a phrase khabar. But here, ana talibun bil jamiati. Will you say phrase khabar? No, because khabar's chair is already occupied. Ana is mubtada, talibun is the khabar. You can't, okay, this is phrase. Agreed that harf jar and ism majroor together, they are like a phrase. Bil jamiati means at the university. Does it make sense at the university? No. So it looks like a sentence, but it's not giving the meaning. So it means it's a phrase. But here we will not say phrase khabar because khabar chair is already occupied. What will we say? We'll simply say it's a phrase. So ana is mubtada, talibun is the khabar, bil jamiati is shibhul jumla. Shibhul jumla means something like sentence, or in other words, it's a phrase. That was just on the side note. So let's come back to the lesson again. And once again, sisters, if I say something in the class and you didn't get 100%, go back to the recording and you can replay. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask on the Telegram channel. And even if you didn't understand out of everything, no problem. In the future classes, these concepts will be keep coming over and over again. So you will inshallah get that. So third sentence, Hamidun, anta talibun jadidun. Are you a new student? What kind of word is talibun jadidun? Who can tell me very quickly? Is it mudaf mudaf ilayh? Yes, it's mudaf mudaf ilayh, isn't it? If you think talibun jadidun is mudaf mudaf ilayh, please press 1, sisters. If you think it is not and man'ud, press 2. Talibun jadidun, new student, is no position. It's just you're describing the student as the new. You could have said old student, right? But talibun jadidun, so this is the not and man'ud. It's not mudaf mudaf ilayh. So Muhammad is saying, Naam, ana talibun jadidun. Yes, I am a new student. So talibun jadidun is your naat. Hamid is saying, min aina anta? from where are you or where are you from, depending on however you're translating. In this course, we try to translate word to word, even though sometimes it is not fitting the rules of English, this structure of English language, but we do it word to word. So when you're revising and you want to see what's the translation or what's the meaning of that word, you can easily see that. In English, you will not say from where are you, you'll say where are you from. That's how you will say. But if I write where are you from, and if you are struggling understanding the meaning of the words, then you will get confused. But here, inshallah, it will be fine. You will be translated word to word. Means from. Aina means where, and anta is for you. And you know, is and are and all of these things are not translated. I mean, aina anta, from where are you? So Muhammad is saying ana min al hindi. You've seen that before. Ana is mubtada, min al hindi is shibul jumla khabar. In other words, phrase khabar. So Hamid is saying, Masmuka, what is your name? I did not say Ma Ismuka. We all know why, right? Because this is Hamzatul Wasl. There's a small swad at the top of Alif. And the Hamzatul Wasl, if there's a word before that, then Hamzatul Wasl will become silent in the speech. So we have joined Ma with the sin, Masmuka. But the question is, what is this kaf here doing? What's the meaning of ka? It means your, Masmuka. We didn't say Ma, Masmu Anta. Masmu Anta is not correct. Though anta means you, but anta doesn't mean your. Look, anta means you. We need to use the word your. So we will use this kaf from here. Masmuka. What kind of pronoun is that? Of course, this is an attached pronoun. Why? How do we know that? Because it is written with the word. It is connected to the word. Ismi Muhammadun. My name is Muhammad. Ismi. What kind of word is this? Ya? It's a pronoun. My name is Muhammad. Can I say Ismi ana Muhammad? Ismi ana Muhammad is not suitable. There are reasons why not suitable. But I'm thinking, shall I go in the reasons or not? Okay. Ana sits in the chair of Mubtada. Always. Ana min al Hindi, right? Ana talibun. Ana sits in the chair of Mubtada. And what sits in the chair of Mubtada is always marfu. Remember, yeah? What sits in the chair of Mubtada is always marfu. This ya is sitting in which chair? It is sitting in the chair of mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh. My name, name of mine. Kitab, my book. My house, his book, his pen, his son. Mudaf ilayh. So mudaf ilayh is always majroor. Can I have ism and then ana coming here? There could be many reasons, but this one is one of the reasons that I cannot have ana, because mudaf ilayh always is majroor. How can I let ana sit in the chair of mudaf ilayh, which is majroor, because ana is marfu. Marfu cannot sit in the chair of majroor. I hope you're getting that. If you didn't get it, don't worry about it. Just understand this ya is coming from this category, attached pronoun. Ismi Muhammadun. My name is Muhammad. You can't say ismi ana Muhammadun. Then Hamid is saying, وَمَنْ هَذَا الْفَتَى الَّذِي مَعَكَ? And who is this young man who is with you? What is this ka? Ka is the damir. Ka is the pronoun, which means you, anta. What kind of word is ma'a? Ma is zarf. Ma is zarf, means with. So Muhammad is saying, Huwa zamili, he is my colleague. I hope by now you understand that this ya is the pronoun my, which means my, and it is from the category of attached pronoun, right? If we have to analyze this sentence, what is it? Huwa is mubtada. We don't need to go into the detail again why it is mubtada, because the noun sentence, first word of the noun sentence is always mubtada. It must be definite. So huwa is a noun and it is definite and it is a mubtada. Huwa zamili. Where's the khabar? Zamili is the khabar, or this ya is the khabar, or zamilun is the khabar. If there was no ya, we would say huwa zamilun, he is colleague. But now you are saying huwa zamili, so huwa is mubtada, zamil is your khabar, and it's also mudaf, and this ya is mudaf, right? Huwa mubtada, zamil is khabar, wa huwa mudaf, meaning, and it is a mudaf, and ya is mudaf. So Hamid is saying, huwa aydan min al-Hindi, is he also from India? Aydan, as we've seen before, means also. Muhammad is saying, la, huwa min al-Yabani, no, he is from Japan. Hamid, masmuhu, who, what is his name, right? You can't say masmu huwa, that would be wrong. You want to say his name, you don't want to say he. If you say masmu huwa, it would translate as he. But here it is, we can't even translate that in English because it doesn't make sense. Masmu huwa. So the correct way is masmuhu, what is his name? So answer is ismuhu Hamzatu. Ismuhu Hamzatu. His name is Hamza. His name is Hamza. Hamzatu Why Hamzatu? When we see the name, if his name was Muhammad, it would be Ismuhu Muhammadun, Ismuhu Khalidun, Ismuhu Zaidun, Ismuhu Bilalun, Ismuhu Yasirun. Tanween would come. Why Tanween is not coming here? Can anybody give me the answer for that? You got 10 seconds. Let's see how many of you know that. Because it's a name ending on ta marbuta. It is from the category of diptote, like Aisha, Aishatu, Khadijatu, Ruqayyatu, Safiyatu. They cannot accept tanween. This also cannot accept tanween. But somebody may say, but those are feminine names, but this is masculine name. Yes, but the spelling is feminine. The name is masculine, but the spelling is feminine. So if the spelling is feminine, then the name will not accept tanween. Hamzatu, Ikrimatu, Talhatu, Uthamatu, all of these names will not accept tanween because they are ending on ta marbuta. This ta, round ta, is called ta marbuta. It's the same ta which comes in the end of the many feminine names. So it will be treated like a diptote. What is diptote? In Arabic, we say diptote is mamnu min as-sarf. And what happens with mamnu min as-sarf? These are the special words. They do not accept tanween and they do not accept kasra. Detail, inshallah, will be coming in future lessons. So Ahmed is saying, Ma lughatuka ya Muhammad. What is your language, O Muhammad? This kaf once again is for your pronoun, attached pronoun. So Muhammad is saying, Lughatil urduyati. Lughatil urdiyati. Lughatil urdiyati. My language is Urdu. So Hamid is saying, Ahiya lughatun sahlatun. Is it an easy language? Quick question. What kind of word is lughatun sahlatun? Who can tell me, sisters? Mudaf mudaf ilayh or naat manut? Naat manut. Very good. Lughatun sahlatun. Lughatun sa'batun. Right? Lughatun qadimatun. Lughatun jadidatun. Muhammad is saying, Naam, hiya lughatun sahlatun. Yes, it is an easy language. So Hamid is saying, Wa Hamzatu, and Hamza, ma lughatuhu. What is his language? So Muhammad is saying, lughatuhu al-yabaniyat. Wa hiya lughatun sa'batun. His name is Japanese and it is a difficult language. I believe Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is written here in Japanese language. Look how difficult it is, right? We can't even understand. Leave aside understanding, we can't even make any understanding of one single letter here. So this is basically Japanese. Hamid is saying, Aina abuka ya Muhammad? Where is your father, O Muhammad? So what is telling your, what is giving us the meaning of your here? This ka is here, your. Abuka. If it was, if Muhammad was speaking to Aisha, what would he say? Abuka or abuki? Aina abuki ya Aisha or Aina abuka ya Aisha? What do you think, sisters? Abuki, very good, because kaf with the fatha is for the males. Kaf with the kasra is for the females. Like anta, ta with the fatha is for male, and anti, ta with the kasra is for female. Barakallah fi, says, well done, mashallah, tabarakallah. So Muhammad is saying, Abi fil Kuwaiti. My father, look, my, Abi, this ya is ya ul mutakallim, my, here is ya, is from attached pronoun. Abi fil Kuwaiti. My father is in Kuwait. Huwa tabibun shahirun. He is a famous doctor. What kind of word is tabibun shahirun, sisters? Naat and man'ut. Very good. Wa aina ummuka. And where is your mother? So Muhammad is saying, Hiya aydan fil Kuwaiti ma'a abi. She is also in Kuwait with my father. Hiya mudarrisatun hunaka. She is a teacher there. She is a teacher there. So Hamid is saying, Adhahabta ila al-Kuwaiti ya Muhammad. So is Hamzatul Istifham, asking a question. Dhahabta is a verb. We've seen dhahaba. Dhahaba means he went. But now we are seeing that how pronouns can be attached to a verb and they can give you the meaning of you. Zahabta means you go. But we have not studied this pronoun. It's not coming in this lesson. We will see, inshallah, how to deal with these pronouns. Zahabta ila al-Kuwait ya Muhammad. Did you go to Kuwait, O Muhammad? So this is also a attached pronoun. Ta. Zahaba was actually a verb. This ta is a pronoun. But this ta is not from the category of these pronouns which we are looking at right now. Right? We will deal with that, inshallah, later point. Naam zahabtu. Yes, I did go. You see, now for I, tu is being used. In the detached pronoun, we use ana, I am, ana talibun, I am a student. But when I wanted to show the possession of something, my book, I will say kitabi, my house, baiti, my pen, qalami. But here I am showing myself as the doer of the verb, as a fa'il, as somebody who took the action. So the different category of pronouns is used. It's very easy. We will see that, inshallah. Don't worry about it. We will see that in detail, inshallah. So dhahabtu, I did go. Tu is for me and ta is for you. So Hamid is saying, وَزَمِيلُكَ أَيْنَ أَبُوهُ? And your colleague, where is his father? So Muhammad is saying, Abuhu fil Yabani. His father is in Japan. Huwa tajirun kabirun. He is a famous trader. Tajirun kabirun. What kind of word is that, sisters? Naat and man'ut. Very good. Well done. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. So Hamid is saying, Alaka akhun ya Muhammad? Is for you a brother, O Muhammad? So you see, in English, you will not say is for you. You will ask in English, do you have a brother, O Muhammad? Right? Once again, I said, if I write, do you have a brother? Then you will not find word-to-word translation for the things. And that may cause a confusion. Alhamdulillah, here, word-to-word translation is given. A could mean is for the question. Yeah. Li, harfjar li, we have seen harfjar li. What's the meaning here is given? Li means for or belongs to. For or belongs to, is for you. And kaf is for you. So li means for, and this kaf is the pronoun, means you. Is for you. Akhun means a brother. Is for you a brother, O Muhammad. Is for your brother, O Muhammad. So Muhammad is saying, Naam, li akhun wahidun. Yes, for me, one brother. But in running English, spoken English, you will say, yes, I have one brother. But here, once again, we are doing word-to-word translation. Li means for, as you can see on the right-hand side here, as we studied before. And this ya al-dhamir, ya al-mutakallim means me, for me. Kitabi, my book. Li, for me. Now, you may ask one question. That harf jar li has got a kasra. Why there's a fatha on this lam here? So this harf jar li is a special kind of a feature it has got. If you write alone, you will say it's li. But if you attach it with pronouns, it will become la. La will be the fatha. Only place when this li will show its original kasra is when you will join it with this ya. When you join with this ya ul mutakallim, this ya pronoun, only then it will be li. Otherwise, it will be always with the fatha. So laka, it means for you. If it was for him, it will become lahu. If it was for her, it would be for her, it will become laha. So we see fatha is coming. I think we have a slide here and we will see that, inshallah. Don't worry about it. That how this harf jar li will be always with the fatha, except in one situation when you will join with the ya, then its original kasra will appear. So he said, Naam, li akhun wahidun. Yes, for me, one brother. Ismuhu Usama. His name is Usama. Look, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on Sheikh Abdul Rahim. How beautifully he has introduced another name, which is ending with the ta marbuta. Why not Usamatun? Who can tell me? If it was Muhammad, he would have said, Ismuhu Muhammadun, Ismuhu Khalidun, Ismuhu Bilalun, Ismuhu Zaidun, Ismuhu Yasirun. Why Usamatu do not have tanween? Because it belongs to a special category of words. Those words are called tiptoed in Arabic, mamnu min as-sarf. Like feminine names, they do not accept tanween. Why? Because this, in spelling, it is feminine, but in meaning, it is the name of male. So ismuhu Usamatu. His name is Usama. Wa huwa ma'i huna fil madinatil munawwarati. And he is with me. Ma'a means with, as we've seen before here. Ma'a. And ya is for mutakallim, me, with me. Huna means here. fil madinatil munawwarati, in Madinatul Munawwara. Wali ukhtun wahidatun, and for me is one sister. Spoken English, and I have one sister. Ismuha Zainab. You see how beautifully Sheikh is coming up with different pronouns now. So we've been looking at ka and who. Now it turned to feminine. Ismuha. Why ha is being used? Who can tell me? Why not ismuhu Zainab? Who can tell me, sisters? Why not ismuhu Zainab? Why ismuha? Very simple. Because he is talking about his sister. So her name is Zainab. Look, ha means her. Ismuha Zainabu. وهي في العراق مع زوجها. And she is in Iraq with her husband. Why zawji? Why this jim has got a kasra? Anybody can tell me? Because of the ma'a. We said ma'a is the zarf, and the word which comes after zarf is called mudaf ilay, and mudaf ilay is always majroor. So it cannot be ma'a zawjuha, zawjaha. Because of the ma'a, this word zawjiha. These are two words. I hope you understand. Her husband, zawj is husband, and ha is her. Her husband. Zawjuha muhandisun. Look, now it becomes zawju. It's not zawji. Why? Because there's nothing before that. We've seen that, sisters, that there are reasons for the words to get kasra and fatha. There must be some word before that which makes them majroor or mansoob. Otherwise, nouns originally they are always marfu. So the original word is zawju, like Muhammadun, Khalidun, Yasirun, Masjidun, Baitun, Qalamun, Kitabun. If something comes before that which changes. So if we put fi kitabin, fi masjidin, fi baitin. If we put inna, as we've seen before, inna, then we will put al-kitaba, al-masjida, al-baita, then we will put fatha, because inna changes the word which comes after that into mansoob. Like fi changes the word which comes after that into majroor, because that's harf jar. Likewise, ma'a is a zarf. It changes the word which comes after that into mudaf ilay, and mudaf ilay is always majroor. So zawjuha muhandisun, and her husband is an engineer. So Hamid is saying, "Aindaka sayyaratun ya akhi," is with you a car, or brother. So Muhammad is saying, "La." No, ma indi sayaratun. I don't have a car. Indi darajat. I have a bicycle. Hamzatu indahu sayaratun. Hamza, with him a car. Here's a question. Earlier when we saw about the brother, do you have a brother? So it was used li. Yeah. Alaka akhun, do you have a brother? But here he's not saying alaka sayaratun. He's saying indaka sayaratun. Why? There's a reason for that. For relationship and body parts, you use the harf jar li. The thing which is not separable, relationships are not separable. Your brother is your brother. No matter what happens, he's going to be your brother. Body parts are body parts. You cannot just separate your body parts and walk away and say, I'll come after 2 hours and I'll put them back again, attached to my body. So if you talk about these things, you use the word li to show the belonging. But if you are talking about something which is separable, car, book, house, money, then you will use inda. You will use inda as it is being used here. Don't worry, we will inshallah learn that in detail. So inda, and this kaf is for pronoun inda. Ka, inda is zarf, and this kaf is means you. Inda means with, and ya mutakallim means me. So here it means indaka, with you. Indi, with me. I hope it is clear. And next we have tamreen here. What is your name? Masmuka. Min aina anta. Where are you from? So this is simple. All what you can see here is that the pronoun is being used, and this is just a practice of that pronoun. Ma lughatuka. What is your language? Aina abuka. Aina ummuka. Alaka akhun is for your brother. Look here. Laka is coming, not indaka is coming. Alaka ukhtun is for you a sister, or do you have a sister? But for sayara, it's not alaka sayaratun. Indaka sayaratun. Indaka darajatun. Indaka qalamus. Look, car, bicycle, pen, these are all not the part of the body and not the relationship. So it is used indaka daftarun. Do you have a notebook? But when it was for the relationship, alaka ukhtun, alaka akhun, and then abuka tajirun. So this is the usage of this pronoun. I hope we have done enough pronouns and it's all very clear. And inshallah, you will find this resource pack even more clearer. So you can see that these pronouns are marked under the circle, and on the right and left side of the screen, you can also see these pronouns written, and you can understand that where is which one used. This who is used for his. Where is his father? Ha is used for her. Where's her husband? Zawju, ha, right? So I hope it is clear. Now here we have to use our common sense, and we have to fill in the blanks with the suitable possessive pronouns, because we know that these pronouns come as the possessive pronoun, as mudaf ilayh. So hadhihi bintu talibatun, this girl is a student. Ismu, fill in the blank, Zainabu. Can I say ismuhu Zainab? Who thinks I can say ismuhu? If you think I can say ismuhu, please press 1. Can I say ismuhu Zainab? No, I could say ismuha Zainabu, because her, I need the pronoun which is suitable for the word her, and this is ha. If I say who, then it is for male. Muhammadun tabibun. Muhammad is a doctor. His son is an engineer. So what will I say? Ibnuhu or ibnuha? Ibnuhu, because I want to say his. And what's the pronoun for his? This who. Hadha rajulu tajirun kabirun. This man is a big trader. Ismuhu Abdullahi. His name is Abdullah. So what we understand and what we've seen before, attached pronouns. All of these pronouns on the right hand side, when you connect them, when you attach them with the noun, they becomes mudaf ilayh. They becomes mudaf ilayh. Ismuha, her name, name of her. Ibnuhu, his son, right? His name. Name of him. So this is all mudaf ilayh. Aminatu fil ghurfat. Amina is in the room and her mother is in the kitchen. So ummuhu or ummuha? Ummuha fil matbakhi. Aishatu tabibatun. Aisha is a doctor and her sister is a nurse. Wa ukhtu ha mumarridat. Kharaja Muhammadun min al-fasli. Kharaja is a verb, right? Kharaja means he left. Who is doing the action of leaving? Muhammad. So we'll say Muhammad left. But if Muhammad was not mentioned, then we will say kharaja means he left. So we will say kharaja, and somebody say, okay, the doer, when the verb is there, action is there, there must be a doer. So if it was only kharaja, we will say your mind can see, your eyes cannot see, because the transition is he left. So there's no indication for he in kharaja. So we'll say your mind can see that the doer is he, as we know from the translation. Kharaja means he left, but here the doer is mentioned. So we will not tire our mind thinking, oh, he left, because we know kharaja is the verb, Muhammadun is the doer. Kharaja Muhammadun min al-fasli. Muhammad left from the class. Wa kharaja ma'ahu zamiluhu, and left with him his colleague. Hati means give, right? Form here translated as form, but you could say give as well. It depends how you're using. 5 questions and answers on the pattern of the example. So you have an example. Indaka qalamun. Is with you a pen, or do you have a pen? So you say naam indi qalamun. So you have to give 5 examples like that. So you can give any 5 examples. It's just for your own practice. Indaka baytun. Do you have a house? You say naam indi baytun. Or you could have indaka daftarun. Is with you a pen? Do you have a pen? So you say naam indi daftarun. And then you have to give 5 questions here, question and answers with your negation. So previous one you had naam. In this one you will say la. All they are trying to teach you is when you say la, you use la and ma together. So indaka qalamun, you don't say not with me up, and you can't say ma indi qalam. You say la ma indi qalam. This is the usloob. One may say, if I say ma indi qalamun, the translation is not with me a pen, or I don't have a pen. Khalas, why do I want to use la? You need la because of this hamzatul istifham. When hamzatul istifham is there, you should answer with naam and la, and then affirm or negate. Ahadha kitabun. What is the answer? Naam, hadha kitabun. But if somebody was looking at the pencil and asking, is the book? Maybe pencil was of a different type. Ahadha kitabun, you will say la. La. Right? So then you say naam and la. You will use both words depending on if the answer is according to the expectation of the questioner, you will say naam. Otherwise, you will say la. So here they are saying, learn the possessive pronouns. Alhamdulillah, we already learned that. That if you have the word baytun and then you attach this ya mutakallim, what is the meaning going to be? My house. So it is what? If you say my house, it is mudaf mudaf ilayh, isn't it? Baytuka, your house, mudaf mudaf ilayh. Baytuha, her house, mudaf mudaf ilayh. Baytuhu, his house, mudaf mudaf ilayh. Who is the owner of the house? Who does this house belong to? Him, his house. Here, her house. Here, your house. Here, my house. I hope it is very, very clear. So this is all we know. Attached pronouns, when they are attached with the noun, they become mudaf ilayh. So all of these pronouns right now, they're sitting in which chair? Baiti. If I ask you, Ya is sitting in the chair of what? You will say sitting in the chair of mudaf ilayh, because now it's a idafa, now it's a possession. My house, now it's a belonging. My house, my son, my pen, my book. Right? I hope it is clear. Here you have to do the same thing as given in the example. So qalamun is one word, and you want to say, you're making the full sentences. Hada qalami, this is my pen. Hada qalamuka, this is your pen. Hada qalamuhu, this is his pen. Hada qalamuha, this is her pen. This is very good exercise for the practice. It says kitabun. How will you say? Hada kitabi, this is my book. Hada kitabuka, this is your book. Hada kitabuhu, this is his book. Hada kitabuha, this is her book. And you should do with all of the sisters. Please don't say that, oh, I know that. Please practice it. You will become very strong, inshallah. When you write that, your fingers will also memorize. All the transitions are given here, and you simply have to write it in Arabic. If you find it difficult to write in Arabic, write it in English, but better write it in Arabic. This is the same thing what we have already seen, that harf jar li is coming, and when we are using for the relationships, we are using lam. Li ukhtun wahidatun. We are not saying indi. So harf jar li means for or belongs to, but when we are using for the relationships, we are using li and not indaka or inda, right? We are not saying indi ukhtun wahidatun, but for the house, you will say indi baytun wahidatun. Wahidun, I have a house. Alaka akhun, la ma li akhun. Is for you a brother, or do you have a brother? La mali akhun, no, for me no brother, or no, I don't have a brother. Once again, this hamzatul istifham is coming, so your answer should be starting with la or naam, depending on the answer. Ukhti laha tiflun saghir. My sister, for her a small child. Zamili lahu akhun wa ukhtun. My colleague, for him a brother and a sister. Another thing we learn here is, look, harf jar li, as we said before, alhamdulillah, harf jar lam has got a kasra ordinarily li, but look, only when you connect it with this ya mutakallim, it was written as li with the kasra. Rest, it was alaka, alaha, allahu. Lam is getting fatha. Only in one condition it goes back to its original vowel sign, and that is when you attach it with ya mutakallim, which is ya, which means me. So this is something, once again, we said before, naqulu, we say indi kitabun wa naqulu li akhun. So we say I have a book, and we say I have a brother. So same thing. For the things we say indi, for the relationship and body parts, we will say li. Now this is the use of ma. We know ma is a zarf. Ma is an adverb, and ma, when the word which comes after ma is mudaf ilayh, right? So and mudaf ilayh is always majroor. Kharaja hamidun ma'a khalidin. Hamid left with Khalid. So kharaja is the verb, Hamid is the noun. Kharaja Hamid. Who left Hamid? With who? Ma Khalidin. It's not Khalidun. Why? Because of the ma'a. Ma'a makes the next word majroor, because that word is mudaf ilayh. Dhahaba at-tabibu ma'a al-muhandisi. Doctor left with the engineer. Okay, where is the dhahaba at-tabibu ma'a al-muhandisi? Sisters, who can tell me where is the khabar in this one? Dhahaba at-tabibu ma'a al-muhandisi. Please tell me, where is the khabar? Dhahaba is the khabar, tabibu is the khabar, ma'a is the khabar, al-muhandis is the khabar. There are 4 words, so you can write 1, 2, 3, 4. Any of the word you think is the khabar, please write that digit 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you will have straight away a gift coming through your phones. Be ready to catch a gift. Oh, no khabar? MashaAllah, tabarakallah. You understood that. Why? Because khabar is only comes in the noun sentence. Khabar does not come in the verb sentence. Verb sentence, you look for 2 things. What are those 2 things? Can anybody tell me what are the pillars of verb sentence? The pillars of noun sentence are mubtada and khabar. There you look for mubtada and khabar. In verb sentence, you look for only 2 things. Those things are important. Those things must be there. The room of the verb sentence, which is in the big building of Arabic language, has got only two chairs, which must be filled. And those chairs are fi'l and fa'il. The verb and another chair is doer of the verb. Another means action will sit on one chair and doer of the action will sit in another chair. Anything else comes as an extra. But if one thing is missing out of the two, then that is not a correct sentence. That cannot be a verb sentence. I hope it is clear, sister. Is everybody with me? Right, Alhamdulillah. ذهب الطبيب مع المهندس. What we were trying to do here is not what I asked. What we are trying to do is ma'a. With ma'a, next word is mudaf ilay. Al-muhandisi, al-muhandisi. This will, now don't go into the detail. Oh, why this is mudaf ilay? This is no possession here. Let's not go into that. Just remember for now, the zarf, the word which comes after zarf is called mudaf ilay, and that word is always majroor. Just remember that. So many tawjihat, so many details, so many evidences. We will deal with that in future lessons. If we do everything today, what are we going to learn in future lessons? Isn't it? First, understand the core. First, understand that the word which comes after zarf is always majroor, is mudaf ilayh. Once we are solid in that, and then we will start looking into the reasons that why this is the reason for that. I hope it is clear. Jalasal mudarrisu ma'al mudiri. Jalas al mudarrisu, the teacher said, ma'al mudiri, with the head teacher, al mudiri, right? Man ma'aka ya Ali? Who is with you, O Ali? Subhanallah, what's happening? Man means who, ma is the zarf. After zarf, next word is mudaf ilay majroor, like mudiri, muhandisi, khalidin, but here kaf has got a fatha. Why it is not majroor? Is it mansoob? Can anybody tell me why there's no kasra on this kaf? Because it is mabni, because it is fixed, it stays the way it is. And subhanAllah, see one more reason here. The person is speaking to Ali. If he put ma'aki, then it means he is speaking to a female, because kaf with the fatha, ka is for the brother and ki is for the sister, right? But this is not the reason for it not here. This is just a reason for us to think, oh, subhanAllah, reasons could be like that as well, just because meaning will change, and hence sometimes words don't change how they look like. But here there's another reason. The reason is pronouns are fixed. Pronouns are mabni. Pronouns are not changeable. Doesn't matter where they come, they will always look like that. If I have to say your book, how will I say? It says kitabuka. In that case as well, kitabu is mudaf. So your book, what is your book? Book is mudaf and your is mudaf ilayh, right? So what happens? Another example, if I say book of Hamid, kitabu Hamidin, but if I change Hamid into pronoun, I'll say kitabu hu. Why I'm saying who, not saying kitabu he? Because this is how it is. These pronouns, they are fixed, they do not change the way they look like. So this kaf with the fatha is for the brother, so it will still remain same. Man ma'aka ya Ali, irrespective of what role this ka is playing. It's playing the role of mudaf ilayh, is playing the role of mansoob. Whatever it is, it will stay the same way. Man ma'aka ya Ali, who is with you, O Ali? So Ali is saying, ma'i zamili, with me is my colleague. Aminatu ma'aha zawjuha. Amina, with her is her husband. Once again, why after ma'a ha is coming? There's no kasra, because ha is a pronoun and pronouns are fixed. Zawjuha, her husband, right? It's mudaf lay. Her book, her house, her daughter, her son. Zawjuha. Why there is no kasra on ha? Because once again, this is the pronoun, and pronouns are fixed. They don't change the way they look. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on the Shaykh. He has brilliantly designed the book. Kharaja abi min al bayti. My father left from the house. Man kharaja ma'ahu. Who left with him? Kharaja ma'ahu ammi. My uncle left with him. So in this exercise, we have seen the usage of pronouns and usage of apparent nouns with ma'a. So here, read the following. Alhamdulillah, we have done that. This part of it, we are not going to attend, right? And we leave it for some other lesson, because this has got a lot of detail and we don't want to have an overwhelming number of concepts coming in one class. This is something you will get in your resource pack. I've already explained that what's the difference between inda and li. Li is used for relationship and body parts, and inda is used for separable things. We have done that already. Here it is. Abi wa ummi fil bayt. This is just a reading. Abi wa ummi fil bayti. My father and my mother are in the house. Aina abuka ya Hamid. Where is your father, O Hamid? Dhahaba ila suq. He went to the market. You see, now there's no doer is mentioned. So if the name of the doer is not mentioned, like we've seen before here, ذهب الطبيب. So the doer was mentioned, that who is doing the action. ذهب الطبيب خرج حامد جلس المدرس. So we said jalasa, ذهب, kharaja are the actions, right? Verb. And Hamid and al-Tabib and al-Mudarris, they are all the doers. But here, ذهب, where's the doer? Is there any name mentioned? ذهب man. So we will say doer here is hidden. Doer is hidden. Our mind can see, our eyes cannot see. The transition is he went to the market. So when we read the transition, who is doing the action of going? He. So he is the doer. أخوك طبيب. Is your brother a doctor? لا هو مدرس. No, he is a teacher. زينب في الرياض. Zainab is in Riyadh. أخوها في الطائف وأبوها في المدينة المنورة. Her brother is in Taif and her brother is in Medina Munawwara. هذا الطالب أبوه وزير وأخوه تاجر كبير. This student, his father is a minister and his brother is a big trader. ذهب أخي إلى المدرسة وذهب أبي إلى الجامعة. Now with the word ذهب, with the verb ذهب, action of going, the doer is also coming. ذهب أخي. Akhi is two words. Akh is brother, and this ya means me, my brother. So who is doing the action? My brother. ذهب أخي إلى المدرسة وذهب أبي إلى الجامعة. My brother went to the school and my father went to the university. And these are the names. We have to see if we understood the chapter. We have discussed that Muhammadun, Khalidun, Hamidun, Abbasun, Mahmudun. Hamza, two. Talha, two. Usama, two. Muawiyah, two. Ikrima, two. Why no tanween? We know that why no tanween. So help me here. What will I say for Khalid? Khalidun or Khalidun? Khalidun. What will I say for Hamza? Hamzatun or Hamzatu? Hamzatu, right? Why? Because it's mamnu min as-sarf, ending with the ta. The names ending on ta marbuta do not accept tanween and do not accept kasra. In English, they are called diptote. In Arabic, they are called mamnu min as-sarf. Ammar will be Ammarun, no problems. Anas will be Anasun. Muawiyah, two. Hami, dun. Usama, two. Ikrima, two. Abba, sun. Muhammad, dun. Talha, two. And these are the new words. Az-Zamilu means the colleague, Az-Zawj, the husband, Wahidun means one, Fatan, young man, Ma'a, with, At-Tiflu, the child, Al-Kuwaitu, Kuwait. You will not say Al-Kuwaitu, the Kuwait, right? Don't translate Al here, the Kuwait, Kuwait. Whereas here, Az-Zamilu, you should say the colleague and not just Zamilu. Because not Az-Zamilu without the, because Alif Lam represents the here. These are some simple sentences from the Quran. I hope you are able to analyze them now. Huwa Quranun Majidun. Huwa is Mubtada. Quran is the khabar. Majidun is the naat. Hada dhikrun. Hada is Mubtada. Noun sentence, right? Dhikrun is the khabar. Look at this one. Hada dhikrun Mubarak. Hada is Mubtada. Dhikrun is the khabar. Mubarakun is the naat. I hope it is clear, sisters. And this is the analysis. It will be in your resource pack. I hope you are able to analyze the sentences grammatically from the Quran and outside the Quran, and this will help you understand the meaning. So you can read that in your own time. Just one we will do here. Al-Kitabu al-Maktabi. Al-Kitab is Mubtada. Ala is Harf Jar. Al-Maktabi is Ism Majroor. Together, they both are sitting in the chair of the Khabar. So we will say Shibhul Jumlati Khabrun. But if, as we've seen before, if there was already a Khabar mentioned, then we will not say Shibul Jumla. The Khabarun will only say Shibul Jumla. For example, if the sentence was Ana Talibun bil Jami'ati. So Ana was Mubtada, Talibun was the Khabar, bil Jami'ati, Harf Jar bi, and Al Jami'ati Ism Majroor. Together they will be called Shibhul Jumla. We will not say Khabar because Khabar chair has already been taken. But here only the chair of Mubtada has been occupied and the Khabar's chair is still empty. So Alal Maktabi went and sat there. This is something about Harf Jar Li I told you earlier. Look, originally it's Li. This is how you write li. But you join with the pronoun, what happens? Lahu, it is getting fatha. Laha, lam getting fatha. Laka, lam getting fatha. Only situation when the lam will revert back to its original is when you will attach with this ya. Now only it's li. Otherwise it was laha, laha, laka, li. In the Quran we find lahum, lakum many times, right? We have not studied the pronouns hum and kum. We will do that inshallah in future. For now, just we are dealing with these pronouns. So once we become strong, then inshallah we will do other pronouns as well. Look here, the examples. Lahu, laha, laka, laki. All the time lam is getting fatha. The la will take kasra only when it joined with ya, mutakallim li. Now it become li. So I hope it is clear, sisters, isn't it? Meaning is for him, for her, for you male, for you female, or li means for you. The li only take kasra when it is joined with ya mutakallim. When it is attached to a pronoun, it usually takes a fatha except for ya. But if when it's attached to a name, it doesn't take a fatha. Li Muhammadin, li Khalidin, right? Lit tabibi. Then we say lam with the kasra. But when it attaches to the pronoun, then it gets a fatha, except for one pronoun when it is connected with ya mutakallim. This is the end of the class. I think today's class was not difficult. It was easy. Lots and lots of exercises are given in this book, and that's a good thing for a serious student, because if you go through all these exercises, sisters, believe me, you'll become very, very strong. So I hope you have enjoyed the class, and I hope we have learned quite many things today in a very short space of time. And that's about it. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much for coming to the class, sisters. So having said that, now inshallah we'll end the class. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.